we're gonna go over headbutts. That's why I got the Lethwei shorts on. That's why I got the Lethwei shirt on. Proper headbutt technique. I'd say the best way to explain it is that I'm never trying to wind up and basically throw my head at him. Think of your head as your fist and your neck as your wrist. You're not gonna wanna throw a punch with a lazy wrist because you're gonna hurt your wrist. You're not going to wanna throw a headbutt with a lazy neck or with too much winding up because the neck is already a sensitive spot as it is, even if you are trained. When it comes to headbutts, I wanna hit with the crown of my head. Head to head, skull to skull, we're probably gonna get a lot of cuts. That's why a lot of arts don't allow headbutts because it creates a lot of cuts and stops fights. But in Lethwei, we don't give a shit about that. If I'm here already, that's gonna hurt either way. It doesn't matter if I'm 1 inch from him or 8 inches from him, it's still gonna hurt. Your Muay Thai clinch is not going to work in Lethwei. Some of the principles might cross over. A lot of what you want in Muay Thai, the full plum, that's not gonna work in Lethwei. So if he gets full plum on me, boom. I have headbutts right away, so he's basically pulling me into him. In Lethwei, when I clinch, I don't want this, because he can headbutt me. I'm always gonna have a hand or a frame in front. I don't need to always get the plum like I would in Muay Thai. I can clinch from out here. So kind of like we did the other week. I can headbutt, but he can't. Okay, I'm framing him, I'm blocking him. So even if he had a clinch over here, I'm still in control of this because I can headbutt and he can't. Now we can both still elbow. Boom. I have my elbow there. Okay, we can still fight for the inside control and all that good stuff. But as far as Lethwei goes and headbutting goes, I'm winning the exchange. He might want to try and support that elbow and push it up. Shuffle in. That way he has a head and arm. And if it's Lethwei, he can take me down that way. He could also do a diving headbutt that way. So he's got control of me. I'm doing myself a disservice by hanging on. If my goal was to get in close, is support this elbow. And now I have that head and arm. You've got your normal stuff, your knees. Okay, but in Lethwei, you can take him down any way you want, aside from maybe a double leg and a single leg, but all that's all good. I could get here, and as we go down, I'm gonna drive my head into his and into the floor, hopefully. What he wants to do is, he can just back up. Okay, so now I don't have it. If he wants to support that elbow again and get that head and arm, go again. I can just keep my frame, I just back it off. So now I'm still in control. I'm maintaining my distance and I'm still keeping my frame. Even if it comes off of him, I've still got that there. So a lot of what's gonna happen with Lethwei and headbutts is a lot of posting, a lot of framing, and a lot of head positioning. So I can frame with my hand. Now the reason I'm calling this a frame is because my elbow is bent. My elbow is bent here. Okay? If I was posting, I'm posting with my hand with a straight arm. So that's a little bit more boxing style. But to me, a post is with a hand and a straight arm. Anything with a bent elbow is gonna be a frame, whether I'm holding with a hand or just the forearm. You're either gonna wanna be really far or really close. You're not gonna wanna live kind of in between unless that's your game. The Lethwei clinch is gonna be way closer. Also, you're gonna have bare fists. If I have headbutts available to me, I want to be this close. Not here. I don't wanna live in normal Muay Thai clinch land because at any time one of us can just bash heads. I want to live here. This all sucks. Doesn't matter, I'm 1 inch away, it's still gonna hurt. Most people would tell you there's 6 basic headbutts. Let's go over 2. Either straight on or side. Going straight headbutt, it's exactly like it sounds. I'm just going straight in. Okay, again, I'm not rearing back or anything. Is the side headbutt. So when we're really close here and I'm knocking here. Again, I'm not trying to wind up too hard. I'm trying to make this come from my body, but you will see my neck bend a little bit. If you do combat sports already, your neck is probably conditioned to receiving damage. But when you're giving damage with your head and your neck, you may not be used to it. So even when you practice this on the bag, on the pads, in drilling, just go super light. Let's get into some headbutt combos. And same thing as old style with the elbows. I want shit to flow together. Old style should be really graceful and flow together. I'm gonna go jab, cross, hook, make a frame, and then headbutt. 1, 2, 3. I'm short on that 3 on purpose, so I can grab here. Now I got my headbutt. This is from Tun Tun Min. I'm gonna throw a right kick, land in southpaw, headbutt, and then follow up with something on my left side. I'm basically gonna pin my head against his, and I'm gonna use my opposite hand to punch his head into mine. I'm gonna pin my head towards his. I'm angling it a little bit. I already know I'm underneath him, and I'm just gonna knock his head into mine. So I want this, that way I control this. He can't pull my head down. Dip down, and then come straight up. So here, I might set that up with that body jab. I'm gonna open the flower and just go straight through. Okay, I can do the opposite. I can close the flower. You can also open and close the flower same time, which is my favorite. Same thing, just the other side. I like closing the lead hand and opening the rear hand. That gives me the best path when we're both orthodox. I can just make it all one motion. Down, pop him up. There's my headbutt. On that pop up, I'm elbowing and pushing. So I'm extending my arm. I want him upright. That way I'm underneath again. I'm gonna get my left arm really, really tight and then pop him up with my elbow. I'm gonna pop him up. Boom. I've got control of the arm, I've got control of the neck, I've got my headbutts, all I want from here. If I'm sparring the tall guys, I already sit low as it is. And just to let them know, I headbutt to the chest. All right, camera died, fuck you gonna do? Mic is gonna sound like shit. This will be fun to edit. All your shit, it's no longer gonna be here. It's gonna be here. I need something in front of my face. Even when you're practicing these or drilling these, I'm either gonna put my hand on my head or my hand on his head. That way I'm never actually headbutting him. Okay, we're still gonna feel it. But the reason I like training this way is because you're not gonna headbutt the shit out of your hand if it's your hand. So it keeps it controlled and it keeps it level. I wanna be here. If I transfer, I wanna be here. I wanna be off to the side, I wanna be underneath. I don't wanna be directly in line. I want something between me and his head. I don't like training Lethwei in headgear. You know clinching in headgear already sucks. We're basically knee to knee right now, and I'm gonna knee him sideways, but I'm gonna pull the opposite way because I need some space between us to open up this headbutt. So I'm gonna be here, here, here. If not, full push, he's still too close, pop him up. Now I come straight on and then finish. Head positions. So if I can get on the side, I wanna get the crown of my head in the side of his head. I don't really care where right away, but eventually I wanna find my way to the zygomatic arch or the mandible or the temple. I just wanna grind, grind, grind. Just a pain thing. Feel panic. Create some pain, have him moving away he doesn't want to, and then set up something else beyond that. Headbutts are great, especially when you're in the 12 item line and someone has 16 fucking items. Doing Lethwei with pads, I don't want him padding back super hard. We're also gonna be bare knuckle, so no wraps. Be wary of your wrists and your hands, your form and joint alignment, and how you're throwing everything. Make those headbutts flow in your pad work, even if he's not expecting it. If he's expecting an elbow, I should be able to headbutt that. And to simulate that I am grabbing the head, I may grab his hand, grab it light, go, hit that again, then you can swim off and do the rest of your stuff.
Bikes!